It seems that they're very spoiled rock stars, and we need to call them to play. Please repeat after me. Dubioza, Dubioza.
What was the last time we've been here? 4 years ago.
I'm not sure, but... You mean on the boat?
Yeah, on the boat.
I don't know, I'm not sure.
5 seconds.
Since then, a lot of things happened.
A lot of water went through this channel.
Couple of new albums, so we're gonna do things that we didn't play last time, and probably some of the people had the chance to see some of these songs and hear some of these songs at the Ziget Festival we played last year.
Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, make some noise!
And also this is like our last show for this year. So we've just been touring for almost 3 months. We start in the beginning of October, and we played like 40 shows in a row or something like that. So we are in very good shape. So I think people will be happy.
So when you have the T-shirt with tour dates, this is the last one. So everybody will give their best.
We have this schizophrenic career, which is we do albums in Bosnian language, which is language for ex-Yugoslavia territory, and we write songs for these purposes. And then we have completely different career, which is in English, sometimes in Spanish or in French, sometimes in Italian also, which is like for worldwide distribution. So normally on the live show, these two things mix very well together, and we are very happy to mix them together because we also want to show what is the sound of, of back home. So we bring some of that, especially language, because we discovered that people all over the world like to hear music with new language that they don't know.
So this album from the last year is in Bosnian language. It was called Pjesmice za djecu i odrasle, songs for kids and adults. And the next one that we plan for the next year is going to be in other languages.
Schizophrenia, I told you before. This summer we had best kids story because we was doing festival in Croatia. It's a pretty big festival. And while we was doing like late sound check, it was just like empty field. And there was this guy with small kid with ladders. Ladders?
Ladders, yeah.
And that was very strange to see. He was just sitting there with kids and when we came back after to play the show, it's like field full of people, and then you could see these ladders and the kid on the top. And
he came prepared.
we find this guy after, and we asked like, what's the deal with the, with the thing? And he said, we was on the same festival 3 years ago. He was even smaller. He couldn't see nothing, and I was like dying all night doing that. So this time I was smarter.
But we don't know if he had to pay the
extra
ticket for a ladder.
More or less, like 80% of the songs is written because we always have this small portable studio that goes with us on the road. So all the days off and free days and stuff like that, we use to write and record little demos. So when we go home, we like to know what because we don't really believe in this, typical band story when you go with the band somewhere on some, maybe for some people works, but for us not. Like you go to mountain to some lonely studio and you spend time together creating, because we spend time together anyway, non-stop, so I don't want to spend any more time with those guys if I don't need to. So Normally our base is in Sarajevo, so we played a lot of shows, and I'm really looking forward to go back in studio and do, other side of music, which is, creating and recording. It's different dynamic.
Always greener, we never scored a cat. I wish to leave this nightmare, go to a promised land. Please take me to your leader, I want my green card. Want to fly over like a rocket from the Balkan. I want to start all over, enter a new page. Forget this dreadful story, escape this stone age. Waiting for a chance to get out of the cage. I feel like a slave on a minimum wage. I am from Majarska, take me to America. To see Statue of Liberty. I can no longer be. Take me to United States. Take me to God and say, I will assimilate. One day when you reach the end, one day you will understand. One day back to roots, my friend. No place like a motherland. One day when you reach the end, one day you will understand. One day. All the promises I heard became empty words.